What's going on, everybody? Today we're going on a hell of a road trip. I hate mail order. I hate mail order with a passion. I like to see what I'm buying, I like to pick it up, I like to hold it. So today we're gonna make a hell of a road trip. We're gonna run all the way over to Talmadge, Ohio, and we're going to Summit and pick up the parts I need for the 86 Mustang transmission upgrade. So stick around, go with us. We're gonna have a good time. Everybody, we've been driving for 3 hours, so got a little ways to go yet. Okay guys, after 5.5 hours of riding,
take the exit, then turn right onto Southeast Avenue.
We're finally coming off the exit to go to the Summit.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Southeast Avenue, then turn left into the parking lot.
Pretty good ride from where we live, but we're finally here. Well, there you go, everybody. Finally made it home. It is 11 o'clock. We just drove 800 miles because I don't like waiting on mail order. I had a really good time with my wife, but I don't think I'd want to drive it again for a while. That was a long trip. It was almost, what, 12 hours of driving. So we're back home. I'm going to stop this piece of the clip for now. See you in the next one. All right, everybody, this is a C4 that's going in my 86 Mustang. Has been gone through, has got new clutches, bands, seals, blah, blah, blah. It is a C5 case with C4 internals. I've already videotaped all that. It's got an H servo, which is supposed to be one of the bigger ones. Next, I think it's next to the R. Almost as good as the TCI one. So that's what's going in the 86 to replace the crashed up T5 that blew the gears out of. So hopefully this one will last a little bit longer. And hopefully it'll last a lot longer. There's a lot of money in that. So we'll see what happens. All right, everybody, this is one of the things I picked up when I went on my road trip. My wife and I actually went to Summit over in Talmadge, Ohio. It's about a 400-mile road trip. Of course, I picked up more than just the torque converter. I picked up, pretty much everything I need to put this C4 in 86. So I'm gonna open up the box, which I've kind of already opened it, so no fooling you there. It is a part number SUM-G2707-10. It's a 3000 stall. I'm thinking behind a C4, behind a 347. It'll probably stall a little bit higher now. I'm thinking maybe 3,200, which that's fine. I don't want to really go any higher than that. It's brand new. Like I said, went to Summit and picked it up. Pretty good job. I enjoyed myself. My wife and I went together. Going to install it in the transmission to make sure everything's fit. And I did already check the input shaft. The splines are fine. It's 26 spline. It's a 10.5-inch converter. 26 spline for a C4 with small bell, and it's also a case fill. So we're gonna lube up the snout, put a little bit of transmission fluid in it. I do have some B&M trick shift coming. Should be here probably tomorrow, but we're gonna put a little bit down inside the transmission from what I have right here. And we're gonna put a little bit on the snout for the seal, just to make sure it doesn't start dry. When I actually finally do get it in the car and get it going. But right now I want to check, make sure everything's all right, make sure it fits. And now I've just voided I can't send it back, even if it doesn't fit. It's got fluid in it. So we're going to try it, see what happens. I'm going to put the camera down here a little bit better so you can see. Actually, I'll move it over here. Screw it, it ain't going to work either way. So we're gonna just make sure we get the 3 clicks. 1 click here, 1 click here, and then 1 on the pump. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully I got that in the frame. 1 click here, 1 click here, 1 on the pump. Should be 3 clicks. Let's see what happens. Either it will or it won't. Just a small 10.5-inch converter, 3,000 stall. Whoop, there I almost blown all the fluid out. I don't know why it has a bolt in it. Let's just put it in. I tested it, check the threads. So, let's see. There was 1, 2. Trying to get that 3rd click. 3. There's the 3rd click. Oh, it works. So we got the 3 clicks. Converter's fully seated. Hopefully this transmission lasts longer than the other one. If you look up that number, and you're going to find out that this converter is probably only good to about 500 horse. And it's also naturally aspirated, no turbo, no nitrous, no big block. But I got news for you. Parts hold up a little bit better than most people say they will. And that T5 held up to that 347 for quite a while before I actually broke the gears. So I have all the confidence in the world that this transmission and this torque converter is going to hold. So we're going to find out, and you can find out with me at the same time, because every time from now on I take this car for a test drive, which I didn't do when I had the T5 in it and I broke it. From now on, every time I take this car out, the camera is going to be on. You guys are going to be in the passenger seat. So stick around. We're going to keep going on with this build. If you like this, if you like the build, please like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, leave comments if I'm doing something right, if I'm doing something wrong. So stick around. Here's some more of the parts I got while I was gone to Summit. This is a dipstick for the case fill. It's 4 performance parts. If anybody's interested in the number, there's the dipstick number, right? Well, as soon as it focuses. Right there. And also got a SFI approved flywheel. There's the part number, because this engine is internally balanced. It's neutral balanced. It's 347. So I had to get a interior balanced 157 tooth flywheel. I also got, while I was at Summit, a block plate with the Summit logo. And there's the part number for that, if anybody's interested in that part. So that's just some more of the parts that I got on my road trip. It was a long road trip, so I made it worth it. Spent a little bit of money. I've always talked about trying to do things on the cheap, but sometimes you just cannot do things on the cheap. And this is one of the times. I even thought about taking a 28-ounce 157 tooth flywheel and cutting the weight off of it, but I don't want to ruin an engine just to try to save a few bucks. This flywheel was only like $60. So I think it's going to be $60 well spent. So we'll go from there. All right, I opened the box on the flex plate, and it is SFI approved. There's the SFI approved. It's a 157 tooth for the small bell. And I only paid, like I said, around 60 bucks for this thing. You don't have to spend $200, $300, $400 on a flex plate. This one is SFI approved. You can look the number up yourself. And where the hell's the number? Like I said, you can look this number up and see that I did not break the bank. I did not pay a buttload of money for this. There's the part number. So if you have an internally balanced 347 small block Ford and you're running a C4 and you need a flex plate, that's the number to get right there. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to open up this dipstick tube and see how it fits. It's supposed to be for a, as soon as I open it, for a case fill, not a pan fill. There's a huge difference in these if it's a case or a pan fill. So we're going to see which one this is. It's supposed to be for a case fill. So let's find out. Open the bag. I'll do it with one hand. So yeah, this video is going to suck. There we go. Sorry if I'm making you sick. But there's the dipstick. It's got an O-ring on it to seal it. So let's just check it out. And there she goes. Perfect. Look at that. Sorry, it's hard to film with one hand, so in open packages. But the dipstick fits. I think I paid 18 bucks for that, so that wasn't too bad. I'll hold on to that. Put the box over there. Do yourself a favor if you're working on C4s and get you that book right there. That book will tell you everything you need or want to know about a C4 or C6 transmission in color. So do yourself a favor and get that. I think I got that at Barnes & Noble. For like, what was it, like 20 bucks? 26 bucks, but it's worth it. This is the block plate. I am not going to be able to open that package with all them staples with one hand, so stick around. All right, I got the camera set back up, so now maybe we can open some packages with both of these, not just one. So as you can see, this one hasn't been opened yet, so. This is the block plate. I bought the Summit Edition block plate. It's supposed to be for a 164 or 157 tooth flywheel and a small or a big bell housing. So it is universal. I don't know if there has to be any trimming or they packaged it good enough. There we go. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Got the Summit logo on it, which is kind of a waste because you'll never see it. So I'm assuming that right there is to trim it. If it needs to be for maybe a 5-speed or an automatic. And right there is where it takes the different flywheels, or not flywheels, for the different starter locations for the different size flywheel. I guess you can break that out if it needs to be for the 164 or 157. Of course, I need the 157. So that's perfect. So that was, I think, $45, I believe, 45 bucks. Again, you can look up the part number. What the hell is the part number? You can look up the part number right there. And you can get one for yourself. And like I said, they're not very expensive. Man, I need to burn some cardboard. I always keep my directions, always. I absolutely love reading directions. So here's the directions. I'm keeping those. All right, guys, that's all the boxes I'm going to open for tonight. I bought a new shifter. I mean, a nice B&M. I think it's a Magnum grip or some shit like that. So stick around. I'm not going to open that tonight. I don't want to lose any of the pieces. We'll get back on this build. It's Sunday night. It's late. I'm ready to go in. I'm tired. So it's going to be probably a few days before I get back out here in the shop. So you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. This is one of the next things to go is the 5-speed bell housing, clutch, and flywheel. All right, everybody, we got the flywheel, the bell housing, the clutch, and all that stuff off of it. Clutch still looks brand spanking new. Still got the lettering on it. It probably doesn't even have 500 or 600 miles on it. Bell housing, pretty much a brand new clutch, blowout bearing, a fork. It's a billet flywheel. Still got the machine marks in it where I bought it new. I think that's a little bit where it was setting, maybe a little bit of a hot spot. The 157 tooth. Hey, so if any of you guys are interested in that, hit me up. Well, this is that part of the build that everybody seems to freaking hate, is trying to get that freaking pilot bearing out of there. That's going to be a job. I can tell you that right now, because I'm not sure I have the tools to do it or the ambition. But it's got to come out, so I'm going to have at it. Back of the block, not cracked yet. Well, that didn't work. I succeeded in pulling the center of the bearing out, but I didn't get the rest of it out. So scratch that idea. Now I'm stuck trying to get that part out. Oh, crap. All right, guys. Well, the only thing I succeeded in doing was pulling the center of the frickin' pilot bearing out. I'm gonna have to go to Harbor Freight now and buy a tool for pulling the pilot bearing out. So we're gonna stop the video right here. It's gonna be a day or so before I can go to, the town I have to go to is about 40 miles away. And I really just don't feel like going right now. So it's gonna be a couple of days. I'll go get the right tool, get it pulled out, and then we'll see about getting that C4 put in. The brand new converter. Let me get it in frame here. Got the brand new converter. It's all ready to go. New flywheel, new block plate. We're getting there. It's just taking some time. I put out, I mean, I say this in every video, but if you like them, you know, leave some comments. If you think I'm screwing up, let me know. If you think I'm doing a decent job, let me know. But we're gonna have to stop the video right here. I gotta make another trip to a town, bring them to New York and get some tools at Harbor Freight. All right, finally after about 2 hours of beating on this dadgum pilot bearing and going and rent a tool at AutoZone and their rent-a-tool thing, I finally got the stinking pilot bearing out. Finally. Now we can get back to business. All right, we got the block plate up. It's a Summit block plate I got from Summit. Wasn't that expensive. All right, everybody. Now we got the flex plate put on. It's all torqued in. Got ARP bolts. It's Loctited. It's not going to go anywhere. I think I'm going to probably start ending this video right here because it's getting a little bit long. It's going to take a little time to get the transmission in. That could be a whole nother video with a whole lot more content. So I'm going to probably stop this video right here. Stick around. All right, everybody. Like I said when I was under the car putting the flex plates over, I think I'm going to end the video right here. It's getting kind of long. It's going on 19 minutes long, and it kind of sucks, to be honest with you. So we're going to stop it right here. We did go to Summit. We picked up a lot of the parts. I got the flex plate on. I got the block plate on. I picked up a shifter, which is right here. I'll show you that, guys, in the next video when I get the transmission and stuff in. Because I got a lot of body work to do on the floor pan to cover up the hole where the 5-speed shifter went through. I want to seal that up. I'd like to get some new carpet to cover all up and maybe get rid of the console. So I'm going to end this video right here. I did go to a car show this weekend. I'm going to put a little bit of the car action in the next clip. So stick around and watch it. It's kind of interesting. Seeing a lot of cool stuff. So until the next video, peace out, everybody.